Touching Its Magic is a unique piece for several reasons. It's the first piece actually that incorporates male silhouettes. It actually has a three-dimensional interactive component to it, and it primarily stems from personal experience. The basic background story behind this piece was I was in a store shopping and casually walked through the toy aisle and I saw these wands that were for little girls and they looked a little bit more suggestive, a little bit more phallic to me than I think is intentional. And I began to ask myself the question, what kind of toys are we giving our girls and boys to play with, and what kind of messages are really behind these toys, whether it's the design of the toy or its interaction. And I was thinking about, how do I broach this subject that gives people a way in, to see what I'm talking about, to see where um, where these thoughts come from, or where this thought came from, and give them a place to begin talking about it. So the idea was to make them use what's inherent about them, the bright colors, the shape of them, the sound that they make. And if I just thought, if I paired this element with a male silhouette, that it would communicate my intentions. So I had the work in my mind for a number of years before I actually executed on it. And that primarily was due to space factor, having the space to execute the work. And after I finally got the space, it was more at that point I need another a place to show it. When the opportunity came along to participate in a show about gender, I decided that this work, the time has come for this work to be made. I got the pieces together for the work, and the moment I put the wand, or connected the wand to the silhouette itself, it transformed itself in many ways. I started to see more ideas, more levels, different interpretations coming at me at one time once I looked at the piece and thought about what it was doing and where it was going. I felt it was even stronger. It was stronger work than I had attended, and had more layers, and people or viewers can pick which layer or interpretation that they wanted, and that was incredible accomplishment for the work. During the opening, it was interesting to see um, people interacting from with the work. I observed from a distance, and I watched as people came and they looked at the work, and then it wasn't until I informed them that they can interact with work by pressing the button to hear the sound of the wand, to see the lights light up. It became more comfortable for them. I think that it injected an amount of humor in the work, and I think that was the way in for people, was to access it through the humor of it, even though it was not intended, and I'm okay with that. After people became comfortable with the work and touching and interacting with it, more and more people touched and interacted with the work, and were able to connect with it that way. So in that way, I think the piece was successful.